Hey guys, welcome back again. Dave Dimension, welcome back again for another video. Welcome back again to the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back again for yet another unbox. We are taking it all the way back to the Transformers. Yes, that's right. The beings are more than meets the eye. So, now, about a year ago, I got out of Transformers. And a couple months back, I was at an Ollie's. They had an Optimus Prime that was retailing originally for about 48 bucks, 49, and I got it for about $14. So I jumped on him, and also I decided to get Studio Series Hot Rod. Kind of had to. It's more than the nostalgia factor. I'm not going for the whole out collection. I just want to grab some favorites. You know, that's my motivation. So, if you're a fan of Transformers and you're a fan of the '86 movie, you're a fan of this guy, Ultra Magnus. Now, we're going to jump into this unboxing in just a minute, but this is the War for Cybertron Kingdom Ultra Magnus. This is more close to G1, to the 1986 movie, than some of the others. Because they did the Siege War for Cybertron, where he was more of a Cybertronian look, you know, with the weathered mass on his body. Honestly, I wasn't a big fan of some of the pictures and some of the reviews I've seen. So I've been biding my time. I'm like, well, I'll think about getting this Kingdom Ultra Magnus. He's probably the closest we're gonna get. Now, I've seen the reviews, I've seen pictures. He's not the greatest, so that's why I was not crazy about spending $49.99 for this Magnus. So I kept waiting and waiting. Recently, Amazon's taken him down to $45 and change, so as a few other spots. Well, I was at a local Walmart today. The shelf had him priced at $49.99. I said, what the hell, let me just pull out the good old Walmart app on my phone and let me scan him to see if that's an accurate price. You guys just never know. Guess what? It wasn't the accurate price. He's actually $36. So I got him for 36 bones at my local Walmart today. Well, one of my Walmarts in the area. I happen to be not around the Niagara Falls area, but actually in Hamburg. So we decided to stop. We needed to do some shopping anyways, the wife and I. So I went over to the toy section. I was actually hunting for Mossman from Masters of the Universe Revelation. We got Skeleton God sitting right here waiting to do an unbox video for him. I was hoping to get Mossman. No dice. No deal. There was no Revelation figures at all at that Walmart. So suffice to say, I said, well, let me see if I can find any Transformers. And just like everywhere else, the shelves are bare. You can find your usual peg warmers in other sections. It's completely bare as a bone. He was on the bottom shelf with another one, so I picked him up. And we're going to jump into a review on him. Now, what is very cool is they've kind of changed up their packaging on the boxes. You know, we get this very awesome art right on the front. Again, kind of a epic looking poster art right there. We get Megatron, Galvatron. We get Optimus. We get the Beast War, the Predacons, and the Maximals. And we get a nice little art of our boy Ultra Magnus right there. Get little pictures of him in his full armor, him without his armor, all naked, his birthday suit, if you will, albino Optimus, if you will, and then we get him in his vehicle mode. Yeah, if you notice right there, his arms kind of stick out in the back. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not too crazy about that. And some of the hinginess on the front of him. Now, obviously, to make the armor work, they had to make concessions. My Optimus, I actually can't find my Optimus right now. I would love to do a comparison between Optimus and him, but we can't. But I have another Transformer we're going to do some comparisons with. So, with that being said, what do you say we crack him right on open? Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to need to cut through a little bit of tape. Not red tape, just clear tape, guys. There we go. Now, of course, you get your typical branding on the back here. Hasbro. And in case anyone's interested, we have the UPC right here. Let me just go back right there. those that are looking for it, there it goes. If you want to freeze that, you can. But there we are. Now this also does have the Takara Tomy branding right there, which is synonymous with Transformers. As you can see, I already have Hot Rod right here. And oh, by the way, don't mind me, I just have a nice little beverage. If you're going to do a Transformer review, you need some Energon in your Autobot glass, right? So that's what I have right here. Don't worry, it's nothing fancy, it's just Gatorade. And we have a second piece of tape I need to slice on through. There we go. So, there you go, guys. We got Magnus just chilling right there. Let's slide this bad boy right on out, if he will slide out. Okay, so something just fell. We have the instruction book right there. A little bit of legal jargons. Nothing on the inside, guys. Looks like everything is contained right here. We got a little bit of his backpack sticking out. Oh, looks like we have a card of some type in here. It's, like I said, it's been a while since I've done anything with the Transformers. Like I said, last year I sold a good collection of mine. I still have a few loose Transformers hanging around. Mostly Titan Returns figures. Ones that I completely forgot about. Now I guess I've seen a few reviewers go through this. We get the little cards right here. Shows Optimus right there. I believe there's something to reveal, and we have Optimus underneath. So there we go. We got a sticker card, and we have Optimus right there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool looking right there. So let's get right on into this. We got the lovely little rubber strands right here. I'm gonna pause this, guys. I'm not gonna make you sit through all that. Okay, so got the plastic strands out, so Magnus is free. We're gonna set him down right there while I get out the accessories. His little launchers that will go right on his arms. And of course we get one blaster here. Now I know that the Siege one came with a couple different blasters. That might be something I try and pick up later on, or maybe if there's an accessory kit out there. I know there are some third parties like Shapeways and a few others that do 3D prints of accessories. So maybe I'm going to look into that. I am also going to look into, I know that there are accessory kits to fill in these cavities here that we have on Magnus himself. So let's go to main view here. Now just fresh out the box, let's give him his little rocket launchers. Why don't we? So he looks prim and proper. We want him to look like Magnus. And honestly, whenever I think of Magnus, I still think of Robert Stack's voice. He was a narrator for the show Unsolved Mysteries back in the 80s, and he was the original voice of Optimus Prime, at least for the movie. So there we go. We get Ultra Magnus right there. Very good look for the face, at least I think so. You get your basic kind of motion, a little bit of tilt, not too much, but a little bit. We got the plastic piping right there, so if you put a light behind it, you can kind of make his eyes glow a little bit. That's pretty cool. We get the nice windshields on his chest. Now we don't have a Autobot symbol there, but I can fix that. Thanks to a very awesome site called Toy Hacks. They're also known as repo labels. Repo labels and toyhacks.com. They do reprints of anything you can potentially think of. You need some new labels for your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they got you. You need new labels for your old Transformers, G.I. Joe. You need some, maybe you have shells like mine, which have nothing on the back of it, but you want to kind of give it like a stage kind of a look. They do also backings and little stage platforms, so you can kind of give it that background look, make it look like G.I. Joe, make it look like Transformers, make it look like a Ninja Turtles rooftop. They have all kinds of stuff there. No, this is not a paid promotion. I'm just a fan of their work and their website. Now, whenever you order stuff from there, usually they will, after X amount of dollars, they will usually include a labels set of Autobots, or you can ask for Decepticons, or you can just order the labels, and they have them in different sizes and increments. I've used them before on my past Transformers, but I think I definitely want to order a set so I can put a little Autobot symbol right there. I just think that would look better. And we take a look at him. Yes, he is a bit bulky, especially in the legs. You know, he's got some big calves. This is a guy that does not skip on leg day when it comes to working out. Okay, got a nice, good, thick backpack. It's not too big. I mean, for as chunky and boxy as he is, I think that's pretty good. I mean, it's not overly big. Could it be a little smaller? I'm sure it could. It would be great if we had a little bit more G1-y look to it, but it is what it is, guys, and that's what it is. I mean, at least we have the Autobot symbol there on the bumper. You know, kind of a tramp stamp if you think about it. But no, he looks pretty good and solid. We do have, it's not all whites. We do have some silver, some gray plastic molding right there, right at the elbows, right there. There is contrast all over the place here. I do like that. Now, I know there are some kits that are supposed to make his legs look a little bit longer. I might look into that if I can find a kit. If anyone watching this video happens to be aware of someone who's selling that kit, please drop it in the comments section below, or feel free to email me directly at davesdimension78@gmail.com, or find me on Instagram at davesdimension. So, I mean, he's very stable, and I like that we have some tilt on these legs here, or at least that's what it looks like. I mean, the wheels aren't getting in the way, and when he stands, if you see, his feet are meant to be kind of spaced out, so he's got that proper Ultra Magnus kind of stance right there, guys. Let's go to dual view here. Got a nice, good looking rifle here. Now, in the show, I want to say it was more of a white, but I could be wrong. I mean, I like this kind of a silver look to it. I really wish we could have got maybe an additional, but I mean, this one looks pretty good. It looks pretty close to G1. No, the rockets do not shoot out, but at least we have the rockets here. Now, he does, I mean, his legs do move around. We can do a couple crazy things with this. You know, we can do the Jean-Claude Van Damme kick. You could have two more Ultra Magnus, one on each side, and he's riding right between them. It's a thing you could do, guys. It is a thing you could do. Now, the leg can kind of hinge at different angles. So this can kind of look like he's sitting down, having a nice cup of hot energon, you know, just chilling. There you guys go. Now, maybe his back's hurting him, so he's going to sit down and he's just going to let the wheels on his feet just kind of pull him across. You know, Transformer senior citizen care. You know, hey, we care about our bots. Now, there are a lot of different ports on here, so you can add extras to it. I mean, for example, I mean, hypothetically, you could take this blaster and stick it right there. Or if you have the Siege, get his blasters, put them right there and right there. That's a thing you could do. We have ports on the forearms, if you will. We have ports all over the place. Ports on the back. So, maybe storage. You want to stick his blaster on the back. There we go. It's right on the back. Yeah, we'll say the legs, the upper legs do look a little bit short here. there are some empty cavities right here and right here. Those are minor. Not really worried about this, but like the upper pylons here, they're a bit bare. They're a bit empty right there. And from what like I said, I've seen some sets online. I have to do some research. Now, like I said, I got this guy for 36 bones, so for that price, I wasn't going to pass him up. So what do you say we get into transforming him? So I'm not going to make you guys sit here and watch me fumble through the transformation. We're going to pause it, and I will be right back. Now, before we do that, let's do a nice little comparison with him and Hot Rod. Hot Rod looks like his anorexic little brother, the little brother that's following you wherever you go. You're trying to go on a date, and he's right there. He's like, come on, come on, come on. I want to go with you, yay. Nope. Yeah, I mean, comparison to sizes, let's just go back to main view. Big major difference. But I think this is pretty comparable to the movie, too. I mean, I think this is pretty much to scale. I mean, we'll see if I can ever get my hands on Rodimus, which I'm kind of doubting that. But if I ever get my hands on Rodimus, I'll definitely do a comparison, because he should be pretty comparable to Magnus's size, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, Hot Rod's pretty damn small compared to Magnus right there. And I always thought it was a little bit weird in the movie when Magnus gets the Matrix, but the Matrix doesn't do anything to him. Obviously, because he's not the chosen one. But, oh, lo and behold, Hot Rod gets the Matrix, and he starts bulking up into Rodimus. It's like, Jesus Christ. Why didn't Prime grow? But, of course, Prime was rebuilt by Alpha Trion, A3, to be the recipient of the Matrix, so maybe that had something to do with it. We don't know. Or maybe just because he was already a truck. Who the hell knows? But I really do like the Studio series, and even though this is technically Kingdom, I still think he's pretty much the Studio series companion, I should say. So let's get into transforming, and I'll give you guys my next thoughts. Okay, so we got Magnus with his armor now off. And like I said, we got a nice little albino Optimus Prime pretty much. So here we go, a nice little look of him. But he's got a bit of a butt. He's got a bit of a booty here, guys, once we take the armor off. He's got a little bit of a butt. But, you know, I hear some girls like a nice big butt. And it cannot lie. So here we are. This one is pretty posable, as you can see right here. See, can we get him to stand on his own? Yeah, pretty good. We'll get a little shaking going on. I mean, it's pretty good. We have a lot of ports here on the top of the stacks right here. They gave us a little plastic molding, but if you're good with some painter's tape or some liquid chrome, you can hit that up just right and give that more of a metallic look. Now, like I've heard, there are accessories you can get that will help this look better, even in this form or in the full Magnus form. Got a nice, good, solid ratcheting right here, guys. Very nice and very nice, very awesome. Ports on the bottom here, of course. Now, when he's put him into Magnus mode, these little back parts just hinge back in. We got ports here, ports here, ports here, ports here. We got ports. We have ports that have ports. They're everywhere. Now, unfortunately, you do not have the ability to put a Matrix in him in here or in his full-on Ultra Magnus mode, so we can't recreate that one scene. We wish we could, but we can't. So it is a thing. This obviously is going to make up part of the trailer right there, so I'm just opening it up right off the bat. Now, they do give him his Autobot insignia here, but not in the Magnus form, which I think is a little bit of a cheat, but, you know, it is what it is, guys. The detail on here, they definitely did a lot of detail on the arms here, as far as paneling to make them look more robotic. Nice, good detail right there. Yeah, but you can see how chunky that butt comes out. They give us a little bit of chrominess here, but not over here. But like I said, guys, if you're really good with a paintbrush, that's something you can easily fix and remedy. I may be doing that. We have the very G1-y look of Magnus. But at least we don't have to worry about losing his hands. His hands are actually permanently on there. So we're going to go ahead and get over to vehicle mode right now, guys. Okay, guys, so we transformed him. It was a bit of a janky transformation, and I have to gripe that a lot of other people have. Obviously, you can see his arm sticking out right there. But also, the trailer does not, I mean, it rolls. It rolls like you would expect a Transformer should roll. But also take a look at the inside here, Kev. Unfortunately, these do not open up, so it's not like we can actually use Magnus like he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a carrier. Okay? Basically, his pylons go on the underside onto his legs that help creates the look of a bottom. But we really can't transport any figures unless they're really, really, really small, like the Titan Return Bumblebee or Cliff Jumper or something really small like that. He's not really good for being a carrier. Now, on the instructions, they actually tell you to put the rockets back here, but that's not me. I mean, when I think G1 Magnus, I'm thinking he's got the rockets right up front, and I have his blaster right here. I mean, technically speaking, I could probably try and shove the blaster in there, but I mean, it's storage. He's right there. But I mean, it's not bad. It could be worse. I mean, the lines, there is really no smoothness here as far as Magnus is. I mean, you can see the hinges out here. You can see that this doesn't line up properly. I mean, there are some problems. This comes out. I mean, let's take a upside down view of this, guys. You can see this really, these side chunks right here, they stick out pretty damn well, guys. Also, you have gaps right here in the transformation. You know, he's supposed to look like the white version of Optimus Prime, but we have his stacks right in the center here, which I'm not too crazy about. It's like they took the Siege Magnus, from what I can see, and they just made some slight mold changes, but they kept everything mechanic-wise pretty much the same. Is it a real letdown? Not so much. Reason why I'll say that is this. I got him for $36. Now, if I paid $50 for him retail, yeah, I would be a little sore at myself. But I've seen the other videos. Now, one thing that kind of irks me is we have a little panel here. I don't know if the light is going to catch it right there, but we have a little panel right here that's perfect for an Autobot emblem, but there's no emblem there. So again, I'm going to have to get my own stickers, my own decals, and put them on there so we can get that. That same shield is represented on both sides because, I mean, he's an Autobot. He should be sporting that he's an Autobot nice and proud, unless that's some kind of a spoiler for the Netflix Kingdom series, but we'll see what happens. But, I mean, he's a pretty good representation. I mean, aside from those arm gripes, and honestly, if you guys can get out to a local Walmart and they still have them on sale, jump on them. I mean, for $35, $36, you're getting a $50 robot. You can always just keep them in robot mode. You don't have to keep them in vehicle mode if you don't want to. You want to keep them in robot mode? Do so. Now, I am going to show you, I'm going to transform Hot Rod so you can see how he looks comparison-wise in vehicle mode, okay? Okay, so, here we go. Hot Rod, I mean, you could kind of sit him on top of Magnus. So he could be a vehicle carrier that in that respect. I mean, we can even take the blaster right off, have him sending towards the back, so kind of tilt this up like he's gonna jump off. That is a thing you guys can do. See, we just tilt it a little bit right there. It's a thing you can do, or you can just push him back down. We could have, see, personally I would sit a vehicle back here because this covers up this little spot right here. Well, all in all, I mean, it's a pretty solid build right there. You can see the chest windshield right there. I mean, it's not bad. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give him about maybe an 8. I like some of the details on here. It's just the missing of the decal. The arms obviously sticking out are a big problem. They did a hell of a job with Optimus Prime. They just fell short when it came to Magnus. So there we are. Just a quick overview. I've been waiting for him to go down in price. He was down in price, so I jumped on him. I don't anticipate seeing these coming to excuse me, coming to Ollie's anytime soon. I keep hoping maybe I'll get a Siege for like, you know, $20. That'd be great. But it is what it is, guys. But I mean, he's pretty good. It's not bad vehicle mode. It's pretty decent representation. But I definitely prefer him in his robot mode, and we'll see if I get my hands on that upgrade kit. If we do, another video coming your way. So all in all, I mean, it's pretty good for a excuse me, guys, for a G1. Closest we'll get to a G1 without going to a masterpiece or a third-party knockoff. This is the closest we'll get, guys. It's not bad. Like I said, if they could fix a few things like the arm thing, that'd be great, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. They did just release a new version of this, but it's more like a grayscale version of it, so not really the greatest. But for my fledgling little 86 collection, this is a good companion piece to go with it. Now, if I can only get my hands on Springer and RC, maybe Cup, we'll see what happens. So there we are, guys. Just a very quick video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, they're on sale right now at your local Walmart in store. Scan them, you'll see the price difference. Okay? So until next time, just want to thank you guys for checking out Dave's Dimension. Thank you guys for being a part of our friends and family. As always, I want you guys to do me a quick favor. Jump into the video description below and check out our YouTube warriors. Those are other YouTubers, everyday people like you and I, who put some amazing content forward and who put their heart and soul in these videos. And they bring you all the information that you're looking for on the latest and greatest collectibles coming your way, guys. So until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busting, and I'll catch you on the flip side.